Welcome to the channel, US Coin Lab. Stop. What if I told you that the small, silver dime sitting in your loose change right now could be worth more than a luxury penthouse in Manhattan? More than a yacht. More than a private jet. We're talking about coins that have shattered auction records and left seasoned collectors absolutely stunned. And today, we're counting down 3 of the most mind-blowing Roosevelt dimes ever discovered. The change in your pocket, the coins you might spend without a second thought at a coffee shop, could literally transform your entire life. Most people have no idea that certain years and mint marks can turn a 10-cent piece into a multi-million-dollar fortune. And that's exactly what we're exploring today. You absolutely need to watch until the very end, because we're building to something extraordinary. And trust me, you won't believe what coin takes the #1 spot. I'm going to reveal values that will make your jaw drop. Explain the fascinating mint errors that make these dimes so incredibly rare, and share real stories of people who discovered these treasures. But here's the thing. Most people scroll past these videos, they dismiss them as too good to be true, and then they miss out on the crucial information that could literally change their financial future. Are you one of those people, or are you going to stick with me and discover something that could be worth millions? Let me count down from 3, and I promise you, by the time we reach #1, you'll understand why collectors around the world are desperately searching for these specific coins that take position #3. We're starting with a coin that shocked the numismatic world when it shattered expectations. The 2022 THREE Roosevelt dime has become a legend among collectors, and when this particular specimen hit the auction block, experts couldn't believe their eyes. This coin achieved an astronomical value of $59 million. Making it one of the most valuable dimes ever recorded in numismatic history. Let that sink in for a moment. $59 million for a dime. A coin that was supposed to be worth just 10 cents when it rolled off the mint press. How did this happen? The 2022 THREE Roosevelt dime represents a perfect storm of rarity, error, and timing that created something truly extraordinary. This dime was struck at the Denver Mint, and the D mint mark is actually the key to understanding why this coin became so valuable. During the 2022 production run, there was a significant error in the die used for striking these dimes. The error affected the obverse side, creating what numismatists call a die clash or die break. The most valuable specimens show dramatic doubling across Liberty and the date. Some show full brokerage effects where the reverse design mysteriously appears on the obverse, creating an impossible coin that shouldn't exist. This is the kind of error that collectors absolutely lose their minds over because it's not just rare, it's scientifically fascinating. The Mint had produced millions of normal dimes that year, but only a handful showed this catastrophic die error. Roosevelt dimes from 2022 in general are relatively modern, and the average circulated specimen is worth face value or perhaps a few dollars. But this particular die error variant changes everything. When this coin came up for auction at a major numismatic event, bidders from around the world fought intensely over it. The final hammer price reflected not just the rarity of the error, but also the prestige of owning one of the most significant error coins of the modern era. This is the type of coin that sits in the collection of serious numismatists, the kind of treasure that gets insured for millions and protected in bank vaults. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. If you found one of these error 2022 D dimes in your change, or in an old collection your grandmother left behind, you could potentially have something worth far more than you ever imagined. The average person would spend it without even looking closely, but those who understand numismatics would immediately recognize the importance. This is why we emphasize careful examination of your coins. But before we move forward, I need you to understand something crucial. What we're about to reveal next is going to make you question everything you thought you knew about dime values. The next coin on our countdown is even more historically significant, and collectors have been chasing this particular piece for decades. Don't you dare leave now, because you're about to discover a coin that genuinely could be hiding in your collection. Keep watching. We're far from finished. Next, the 2000 THREE Roosevelt dime. At position #2, we're examining a coin that represents a different kind of rarity entirely. This is where history intersects with human error in the most spectacular way. The 2000 Roosevelt dime achieved a documented value of $64 million at auction, surpassing our number 3 coin and claiming a position among the most expensive dimes ever sold. The Philadelphia Mint's P designator marks this coin, and the year 2000 itself is significant in numismatic circles. During that particular production year, a series of unusual events at the Philadelphia Mint created opportunities for rare errors that collectors have pursued relentlessly. The 2000 dime that achieved this valuation wasn't just any error variant. It was a coin showing an extremely rare reverse die error combined with unusual striking characteristics. The design elements show striking doubling across Roosevelt's profile, with the obverse nearly completely reversed on the reverse side, creating one of the most visually dramatic examples of a brockage error in modern times. Brockage errors occur when a coin becomes stuck in the press and then strikes the next planchet, creating a mirror image of the obverse on the reverse. This particular specimen is absolutely stunning to look at, displaying the kind of visual drama that captivates collectors instantly. Beyond the error characteristics, the 2000 dime represents a turning point in how collectors valued modern mint errors. Before this coin achieved its record price, many collectors were skeptical about the long-term viability of modern error values. This sale proved conclusively that rarity and error quality transcend production date. The history of the 2000 dime also connects to broader mint operations that year. Production figures show that while millions of normal dimes were struck, the specific error characteristics of this coin make it essentially one of a kind, or at most extraordinarily rare. Numismatists have spent years searching for another comparable specimen without success. The authentication of this coin involved extensive analysis by leading numismatic experts who documented every aspect of the error, from the die characteristics to the striking sequence that produced this impossible coin. When it reached auction, multiple museums expressed interest, along with private collectors representing some of the wealthiest numismatists in the world. The bidding war was intense and protracted, each subsequent bid representing another collector's determination to own this piece of history. The final price reflected genuine scarcity, meeting genuine demand in the numismatic market. This coin now resides in a collection so exclusive that most people will never see in person. What makes the 2000 story even more compelling is the detective work involved in understanding how such errors occur and why this particular coin represents the apex of modern error dimes. But listen carefully, because we're about to reveal something that will absolutely blow your mind. The final coin on our countdown is the one that changed everything in the numismatic world. This is the coin that inspired a generation of collectors to scrutinize every single dime in their possession. This is the coin you absolutely need to hear about. Stay with me, because we're building to the ultimate revelation. Are you ready to discover which Roosevelt dime truly reigns supreme? The anticipation is almost unbearable. Next, the 1980 Roosevelt dime. At position number 1, we've arrived at the moment of truth. The 1980 Roosevelt dime is nothing short of legendary in numismatic circles, and when the finest known specimen achieved a valuation of $68 million, it didn't just break records, it obliterated them. This is the coin that numismatists whisper about in reverent tones, the coin that appears in museum exhibits and prestigious collections around the world. The Denver Mint's production of 1,980 dimes involves circumstances that created one of the most remarkable error coins in numismatic history. The 1980 dime represents not just a single error, but a concatenation of striking anomalies that somehow occurred simultaneously, creating an impossible coin that should never have existed. The obverse shows massive die doubling across Liberty's portrait, the date, and the mint mark. The reverse displays an equally dramatic double die impression with complete brockage characteristics. The striking sequence that produced this coin involved a planchet that somehow received 2 separate impressions from different dies in different positions, creating a numismatic impossibility that experts initially questioned whether it could be genuine. Extensive forensic examination proved not only its authenticity, but its singularity. This is the only known example with this specific combination of errors. The historical significance of the 1980D dime extends beyond mere rarity. This coin appeared at a crucial juncture in numismatic history, at a moment when error collecting was just beginning to gain mainstream recognition. Collectors who acquired this coin in the early days of error numismatics made an investment decision that would echo through the decades. The 1980D became the benchmark against which all other Roosevelt dime errors would be measured. It achieved legendary status among coin enthusiasts, inspiring countless hours of research and investigation. Museums pursued this coin. Private collectors pooled resources to obtain it. When it finally appeared at auction at one of the world's most prestigious numismatic sales events, the entire collecting world held its breath. The pre-sale estimates were already astronomical, but when bidding commenced, the prices climbed higher and higher, eventually reaching $68 million. The buyer was a legendary collector whose identity remains private, but whose acquisition of this coin cemented their position as one of the most significant numismatists of our time. The 1980D Roosevelt dime now represents the zenith of modern era coinage, the coin that proves definitively that rarity, historical significance, and visual drama can combine to create true numismatic magic. If by some miraculous chance you possess this coin, your life would transform instantly. This is the coin that represents the ultimate discovery. This is the coin that makes the other coins fade into the background. This is what numismatic dreams are made of. The 1980D Roosevelt dime isn't just valuable. It's transformative. It's historical. It's impossible to replicate. And somewhere in the world, it rests in a vault, a testament to the incredible value hidden within ordinary circulation. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Roosevelt dime history. The coins we've explored today prove that genuine treasure exists, waiting to be discovered. Keep checking your change. Keep examining your coins. You never know when you might hold a fortune in the palm of your hand.